Hello, hookers. All right, let's do this. Round 3 of the heart. Super simple, this round, last round. And again, you can use the hearts like just stopping at round 1, that was this one, or stopping at round 2, that was this one, or we can go, well, this one is at round 2 right now. Or we can go all the way to round 3, which is what we're gonna do right now. Okay, so just like we did with the other 2 rounds, you start by chaining 3, you're getting good at that. Then count your 3 chains from the previous row to take you to your first stitch, okay? Kind of sloppy there, but you got a lot going on back there too, so there we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, so he'll be my first stitch, okay? So I chain 3, and now I'm gonna do a little pattern where I'm gonna single crochet twice into the first stitch. Then I'm going to single crochet once into the next stitch, and then single crochet twice into the next stitch. And then I'm gonna do 9 single crochets, just down the edges of the heart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right into that space. And then 9, actually I'm going to single crochet at the point, and then I'm gonna make a chain 1. That just gives me that little point there. Then I'm going back up the other side with the single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you want to end up with 3 stitches. So I have 9 right here, okay? And then I'm going to have 3 stitches left, and I'm going to do that same exact pattern that I just did before, where I did 2 single crochets. I started this way, 1 single crochet in the next, and then my last and final stitch of this round is the 2 single crochets. And again, I know I owe you a write-up of round 2 and round 3, and I will send it. That's it. Super simple. I think the whole thing is simple. You just have to follow, you know, the write-up or this YouTube. And then you end the way you started with 3 chains. And then you go ahead and slip stitch right into the center like we've been doing and pull it up. And now we'll kind of, you know, cut everything so that we don't end up with all these loose ends. But I never don't love it. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, it's lovable. Okay, here's my scissors. All right, so now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna leave myself a little bit of room there, and then I've got all of these ends, so I'm just gonna pull it tight, especially that center, remember, of the magic circle. And this was my slip stitch, so I can find which one that is. It's right there. Just kind of pulling everything tight. I can just use that, by the way, as the hanging, you know, the piece that I'm gonna hang. I usually don't though, because I like to secure that, and it doesn't matter. You can do it with a knot like that, just so that it's, you know, really tight, not going anywhere, okay? And then before I clip these ends, and again, completely up to you. Like I showed you before, you can tie 2 together, and that can be, you know, how you're gonna hang it, if that's your choice, that's what you're gonna do. And then, you know, you can clip, and you can start, if you don't want to have all this going on in the back, you know, you would just go ahead and weave these in, just like you do, you know, with any other project. And I mean, if you don't, it doesn't matter to you what the back looks like, and just clip them. There's nothing here, I'll just show you, just clip it. It's not going anywhere, okay? So there you go. So I thought I'd just show you one that's the end of our beautiful heart. I thought I'd show you one cute fun thing you could do. And that is sometimes what I'll do is I'll put a tassel on at the end. And you know, to make the tassel, I think I've showed you guys before, you wrap around something that you like the height of, because, I mean, there are tassel makers and stuff, but by the time I find mine, you know, that could be a long time from now. So an easy way to do it is just wrap around like a card, or a lot of times I use my phone case. Then you go ahead and you slip it off, okay? And you end up, I'm just making like a little simple one with a little thing like this. And I go ahead and I cut the bottom there and there, okay? And then what I'm gonna do, hang on, is I'm gonna take my yarn and I'm going to tie a string right through the top, right? So I'm holding my yarn right there. I doubled it over and I'm gonna clip it right like that. And then again, there's not like a lot of, you know, rhyme or reason to this. It's just playing around. So I say that because you could change the color on this. I think that would be really cute, or add a second strand to it, which would be also really cute. Maybe that new inexpensive yarn, this stuff at Michael's, I think that would look really, or Joann's, that would look really cute. But anyway, and then what you do to make a tassel is once you've got that tied right there, you take a piece of your yarn and you just tie it right up on the top there. So I like to just kind of lay it flat and I scoop it under, and I'm just making like a sort of homemade tassel here. So all of these pieces are going to go together, and then I'm going to take my little yarn here and I'm going to just kind of make like a bulb on the top. So you can see that I'm just playing around with it till I kind of like how it is, and I like it right about there. And I pull that tight, okay? And then I sort of check it out. Do I like my tassel? I do. I do. And then here's a little trick of what you can do with these ends. So I'm gonna first just clip these so that they're, I kind of want this sort of whimsical, so I'm not going for like a really like even chop at the end. So I like it just like that. Actually, I don't even have to tuck these in, but let's say you wanted to tuck like the knot part in. Here's a little trick. What you can do is go onto your tapestry, needle, and then what you do is you just hide it in there underneath where you tied, and it just slips in. Isn't that great? And it just looks like one of the tassel strings. And then how am I going to attach it to the heart? So here's a little just like fun thing that sometimes I'll do is I have a bag that I keep at home in the art room of just collecting beads. Maybe you have something like that, or you're welcome to come and take from my bag. Here's just like a bowl that just has some different colored ones in. I'm gonna use the wood one, and I go ahead and slip it into the yarn just like that. Okay, so it's kind of like just making my tassel a little special like that. And then I go ahead and I'm gonna come up through the bottom, and I'm just really weaving it up. There's, again, I made it up. I mean, there's nothing to it. And I'm gonna go ahead and just, you gotta kind of with chunky yarn, just pull it through like that. And then I'll go like that. And I just added a little personality to the heart, right? And I'll weave these in because I want it to be secure, but I'm just showing you what it looks like. It's just super cute, right? It's just like a little tassel. I don't know what direction, hopefully you guys can see this. And it makes it just like extra cute, right? And you can do that with colored beads. You can make it smaller, bigger, whatever you like. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. And that's part 3. You're good to go.